controlling gentleman Nelson. Yo, it's a family affair.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Check That Post podcast. I'm your host, Jen, and these are my co-hosts,
Christina
and Marjorie.
And today's topic we'll be discussing how to co-parent in a word. And we'll also be giving back to school tips since today is August the 1st and children are going back to school. Sorry for the delay. We're having a little technical difficulties. Before we get started, I'm going to take a moment to find out how these beautiful ladies' day went today.
My day went well. It was very productive. It's Friday Eve. I don't know how I always say I'm ready for the weekend. So
Yes.
My day was good.
Marjorie?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I don't look like what I've been through. It's been one of them days.
Back to school issues. A little
Not
something
good.
like
Yeah.
that. Glad I ain't got that problem. Grown and gone. Anywho.
How was your day?
Oh, I keep forgetting. I was off, so it's all good for me. Anytime I'm off, I'm good.
Right.
All good. But today's topic is concerning how to co-parent and be cordial with your significant, ex.
Your baby daddy.
Your baby daddy.
Your baby daddy.
So, can
Our baby daddy.
ladies dive into that with the other one? Because I ain't got no babies, but when I did have babies, it was so long ago, and I'll try to refresh my memory on that.
So, I'm still a work in progress, One of them I don't really have to interact with that one at all. Don't know where he is, I don't know. Oh, the other one, we mostly text every blue moon, literally. Thank God my daughter's old enough to have a phone.
Right.
They talk.
Right.
I ain't really gotta talk. So that works for me.
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt.
Uh-huh.
Is that recording? Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, for me personally, minimum interaction works, just fine for me. Don't know if that's toxic or not, responsible, whatever. I'm at peace. That's what I care about. It's working for me.
And that's what matters. It's whatever works for you.
Right?
Yes.
What works with, for you might not work for me and might not work for her. So it's whatever works for you and that parent, that other parent, and that child, of course.
Right. I do understand boundaries. Like, if y'all didn't get along when y'all were together, then it's going to be hard for y'all to get along edge-wise. If it wasn't about the kids, that's the whole thing. You got to keep the kids foremost and front and center in order to make it work. But it can be done. I do know co-parenting can be done.
Successfully.
Yes. And y'all can go along to get along for the kids' sake.
Right.
You got to think about, put your pride aside, your ego aside, and do what's best for the kids. I do get that.
I do got one more dynamic though, so I do have a blended family with my husband and I, our children. So me and my husband's children's mom,
His baby mama.
yeah, we, we have, a nice balance. I don't have to really talk all the time with her either, but it's never been an issue. Like everybody gets along, you know,
Right.
for the kids. Ashley thinks she's pretty cool, so that makes it easier
That's what's
too.
up.
Awesome.
So,
Healthy communication.
Yes.
Yeah, like as long as everybody got the same goal in mind for the
Right.
kids, making sure they're happy,
Mhm.
healthy, and whole.
It works.
That works for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It could be so simple.
Exactly. Like I
Yes.
don't need all the extras.
Right.
Like
Right.
what we gotta do for the kids, you know. If I need something, if you got it, send it. If
Right.
not, deuces. Like I
Right.
get it.
Right. It's
Somewhere
gonna
else.
get done regardless.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So, I got a similar issue. One is pretty awesome. All I have to do is say, she needs this, and that, and she has it. On the other hand, another one, nothing. There's no communication, same, nothing whatsoever. So, I got it good over here, bad over there, but it kind of even out, you know. So I'm happy, you know. He happy, she happy, they happy. So it works. There's a healthy communication, you know, with my daughter's dad. So we're good. We're all on the same page, and it works for us. Now it has not always been that way, of course, because for years, you know, we weren't on the same page. But it was a point when my daughter, she's had a phone since she was like 3 years old.
Oh,
So I kind of took advantage of that, and you know, made that my excuse for not having to communicate because she got a phone. But I'm like, okay, she 3 and 4, like she should be sending no messages back and forth. My daddy said this, my mama said that. So I had to grow up a little bit, and of course he did too. And you know, we got to the point to where we are now, to where we do have that healthy communication. So we're good there.
Yeah. It also helps when if you don't have anyone and you just on your own with your kids, and you need help, want help, don't be afraid to reach out to your family for
Right.
support, because they will help you if
Right.
you ask.
Yeah.
I'm sure they don't want to see, because if it's their grandkids, doesn't matter who their daddy is, they're gonna step in and do what they got to do.
Right.
Hopefully.
For the most part, yes.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, and uncles, like whoever the kids' uncles is, ask them.
Yeah.
Can you take them, take them to school for me, so I
Right.
don't be late for work? You do what you gotta
Practice,
do.
basketball
Yep.
practice, whatever, after school, pick them up from
Yes.
after school program, whatever it may be. If they don't know you need help, then closed mouth don't get fed.
That's right.
So,
You gotta ask.
right.
And if family say no, create your own village, some willing people that's
Right.
nice, gonna treat you and your children right.
Right.
Like friends, neighbors.
Not just know any old body
Yeah.
that's willing to do
Build
it
some rapport
either.
first.
Right.
But yeah.
And then also, when you dating someone new, do your research. Make sure you find out if they got kids and how they treat their kids, because you really don't want nobody around your kids
Right.
that don't even take care of their own, because that speaks volumes.
Right. Absolutely.
You definitely want to check, and then too, you just can't be letting anybody and everybody around your kids,
Absolutely.
especially nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So just be very, very careful who you let
Yes.
around your child. I know when my babies was babies, and they was stair steps, so they was with me always. Of course, I didn't work at the time, but when I had to go somewhere, they was with me because their daddy wasn't in the picture. Because when I left that situation, I left and I didn't look back. And so I had to rely on, I wasn't really close to my mom. My older sister, she helped me out. Let's see, who else? I think that's pretty much it. They was with me from then until I got married again years later. I did take their father to court, to get child support, so I could have some help. And only asked $50 for 3 babies. Like I said, there was a little stair step. Outside that, I had to do it on my own because he wasn't able to do that. So, no knock on him. It is what it is. But I tell you what, if you ain't a woman, when you got 3 youngins, and I had the first one at 18, you will become a woman very quick, very fast when you trying to survive and take care of 3 babies with no help, no driver's license. Well, let me take it back. I keep saying no help. I mean help as far as money-wise. I was on the system. And I'm going to tell you how much help I got from that. And not that I'm not thankful, grateful, because I don't know where I would have been without it. But $18, can you imagine living off of $18 to pay utilities? Didn't have to pay no rent. So that was a good thing for 3-bedroom, fairly new brick house. Got food stamps, so they had plenty of food. But outside of that, that was hard. But we made it through it. We made it. And my point is, you can do whatever you put your mind to do. Like, especially when it comes to your kids. That built in me a desire to work as hard as I could to always be able to provide for my children. I didn't never, ever, ever want to go back down that road where I couldn't provide. They seeing all the other kids playing with toys and I couldn't get them toys. That really does something to you. And from then on, we've been rolling. And they grown and gone and got their own kids. So evidently, everything happens for a reason. And whatever was instilled in me, I feel has been instilled in her. She's my baby. And she does the same for her kids. She provides, she do it. She do whatever she got to do. So this is just an encouragement for anybody out there that's struggling, don't know how they're going to make it, don't know where that next meal coming from. If you can't find support out there, like if you don't have family live close, or don't matter what you done back in the day, let all that stuff go for your kids' sake. If not for your sake, for your kids' sake. Put all that aside because it takes a village. It really, really does. And
you can't do it by yourself.
Exactly, especially now, like the way inflation, and I know your bank account can't be much different from mine. So inflation eating all us up. And you want to do whatever you can to make sure they have somewhat of a good life. Let that be your focal point. To be determined to overcome that, get past that, and keep moving forward. It's okay to look back every now and then, but when you're looking back to see where you came from. You're not looking back to fall back or to go back. You want to keep moving forward. And I ain't going to tell you it was easy, because it wasn't easy at all. But we made it through it. And you can too. You just got to keep striving, pray about it, try not to stress about it. I know it that's easier to say it than done, but just, try to get you some help anywhere that you can get it from. And remember that, you're doing it for them. So you do whatever it takes to make sure they're okay. But you also got to check on your mental health and make sure you're okay as well. I mean, I'm not saying that, just no matter how you feel, you got to check in on you from time to time. Because it gets hard, you can find yourself at night, once they go to bed, crying and, just don't know where the next meal coming from. But God will make a way. He always does. And every time one door closed, he opens up another one. Always. Always. So you got this, girl and fella. We don't want to just be talking to the women, because I know some men struggling too.
There's some single fathers out there that are doing a wonderful job or doing the best that they can. And, if you are, and you need some help, hit me up. I got you, cause I salute you. I know it's hard for women too, but you know, for a man, I salute you, cause I know that y'all, we got something that y'all don't have, and for y'all to step up and do that, that's real. So
Yeah, when we do it, it comes natural for us. Like it's instilled within us. But for y'all, it's a different story. Like it's okay. It's okay to ask for help. As far as co-parenting, I'm a stepmom, and once my kids was grown and out the house, I met my husband, and he had 3 young children. They wasn't as young as mine was when I met my second husband. They might have been a little bit older, but only by a little. 2 of them was. And so when he couldn't go get them, take them back and forth to school, because they lived with their mom primarily, but they was with us a lot. So when he couldn't, pick them up and drop them off at school, I did. I stepped in and did it. So their co-parenting situation was, it wasn't no issue, because when one didn't take care of the other, took care of it. And I just feel in the void. So it wasn't a bad experience for me. To me, I just feel like God gave me another chance to raise some kids that, although they wasn't biologically mine, they was a part of Him. Right. So I took that on. I loved them like I love my own, and I helped, did whatever I had to do to make sure their childhood was, healthy and safe, and did whatever it took. We had a lot of fun and played a lot. It's like the kid came out in me again, because with her and her brothers, I was working all the time, so I wasn't able to take her to get her hair done, get her nails done, shopping, things that a mother would do for a daughter. So with his daughters, I got the opportunity to do that, and so it was pretty good. I'm just thinking, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet, and just do whatever you got to do to make the kids happy. Yeah. Do it for the kids. Right. You know how they say, do it for the gram, do it for them kids.
Right. Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, yes, that's what's most important, that they have a happy, healthy childhood.
Right. Absolutely.
Because they don't stay children for long. No. They grown now and gone home, so. But they do have those memories. Went fishing a lot.
Right.
Hiking in the mountains, picnics. Like, we had a lot of fun. Yeah. Way more fun than I should have. I had more fun than they did.
Probably.
But it's all good. You can just think of things, and it ain't always got to involve in you having to spend a whole lot of money. Right. There's so many free things out here that you can do.
So many.
Go to the park.
Yes. Kids don't care. As long as you spend that quality time with them, they don't care.
Right.
They might act like they care, but they don't care. At
the
end of the day,
or two, but they still gonna enjoy themselves.
That's right. At the end of the day,
spending that time.
That's all they're gonna remember. My daddy took me fishing.
Right.
My mom took me fishing. Or we went to the park, or played games, or taught me how to do this, or taught me. You can come up with all kind of things that don't require you to spend a whole lot of money.
Or cheap stuff.
Dance parties, like in the living room.
Yep. Yes, we did a lot of that karaoke.
Absolutely, yeah.
So fun.
Just cook dinner and make it seem like y'all at a darn party or at the movies, movie night, popping popcorn.
You just gotta use your imagination. Yeah. Things that you did when you was little, we cut out paper dolls. Y'all probably don't know that about that. We cut out paper dolls. I don't know if kids want to do that, but that was one of the things. You take young kids, shut up. We had actual dolls. We small. But I'm just saying, like, when you're little, it don't matter. Them kids do not care. Like, even with y'all, for Christmas, I all them gifts y'all had, y'all didn't care them little toys that y'all tear up in a day. Y'all didn't care as long as you got a gift to open.
Right.
So,
That's true.
and then even with clothes and shoes, all them little off-brand tennis shoes, y'all didn't care. Y'all got a new pair of shoes. That's all y'all
True
do.
that, true that.
So that's all kind of ways.
But,
Yeah,
but
when
no,
you got
that's true,
certain
though,
ways, it
'cause
changed.
the kids, you will get them something, put it in a box.
Mm-hmm.
They will
Wrap
take
it
it out
up.
that box,
Yep.
be like, "Ooh, this is so cute." Throw it down and play with the box.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Little bubble popping.
Right. Yes, they don't care. They like, "Oh, thank you, a new shiny box."
Right.
Yeah, or some of them, depending on how many gifts you get, you get them 5 gifts back to back. They gonna, throw that down, throw that down. Just keep opening them up. That's the joy for them, opening them up. Now, if you give them an empty box, they may not like that too much.
No.
And the
Still
teenagers,
don't play with it though.
yeah, but the teenagers, you can't get away with that.
No.
If you got off-brand shoes, they not going for that.
Some of them might.
I don't know that.
Sometimes all they want is money, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
nowadays.
just want money.
Nowadays. But you might not always have the money to give, so you got to come up
Right.
with something.
Mhm.
They either want the latest telephone or the latest iPad, Apple product. I ain't had no kids in a minute, so.
Jordans. Yeah.
But I think the last gifts we gave was money. Yeah. So you might have to just set aside Christmas fund, go to the credit union, open up Christmas fund, set it to the side. So that way you ain't always at your baby daddy or ex asking them for money. If you can do it yourself, do it yourself. You'll feel better for it, and he would definitely feel better for it. But
And I asked twice.
what?
Somebody trying to join
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I can't see that. But I mean, it's just bring back memories because we made it fun back in them days. They wasn't worried about a thing. Like you put a cartoon on, they'll sit there and watch that. I don't know about it now, y'all. Like I say, it's been some years.
Yeah.
But
kids
when they
still
little,
like that.
They easy to please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
be
they
on
grow
them
up.
tablets and stuff now.
Because they got
Yeah.
snacks.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
straight. It's straight.
Now they want a car for their birthday or when they graduate. Well, they probably always wanted that, but if you can get along, if you can get along with your ex, baby daddy, and y'all can come together and agree to co-parent, and it works out well, y'all two can work that out for the visitation, of course. You get them summertime, or they get them summertime, and you get them during the fall and winter. Like, work it out. If at all possible, cut out the fighting and arguing and fussing. It's just not even worth it. That's unnecessary stress.
Right.
Not on you. I ain't worried about you. You grown, you get over it. The kids, because they not dumb. They feel it and they see it and they hear it. And you don't want them feeling bad because mom and dad are fighting. Like, that's just not a good feeling.
I want to say this too. So you said something about rotating holidays and stuff like that. So I was just thinking about how some people just, or some guys and some women too, that are on child support. Then they feel like I pay child support, so I don't have to do anything else. But I feel like that's not fair, number one, because the child support might not even be enough for the child to live off of. The child got to eat every day. So if you're not buying the meals 3 times a day, every day, you don't even know how much it costs for that child to eat every day. So you don't even know if you give it enough money or not. But I'm saying that to say how you said with the switching holidays, getting them the different holidays, try splitting up like, we like to get the outfits and stuff like that when the holidays come up, because we go to these events and stuff like that. So if you're doing that, if the child gonna be with you, then you supply, that holiday outfit. And if the child gonna be with the mama, then let her supply that holiday outfit. Just kind of switch up stuff. If back to school, split that. Y'all half it down the middle, or you get the you get the clothes, and let him get the shoes. Or if y'all on that kind of level, y'all work together. That is, your relationship is gonna be amazing. With the child, number one, but with that parent as well, because you guys are able to come together and be on the same page. Like, ain't nobody trying to, and that's if the woman ain't trying to, rip your pockets out, because you got some people that are just money hungry and just want everything, and they want you to support them and not the child. So, you got to make sure that's your main focus, and, that you're wanting to take care of the child. And like I said, if y'all are splitting those duties, then it's not so hard on one person, and that affects the relationship as well. Because if I feel like I'm financially, if I'm 75% financially responsible for our child, I'm going to be a little frustrated, because I feel like you need to pick up that other 25%. So I know that my communication, and my relationship became better once I got that 50-50 to where, we're equally putting in the same amount of effort. Even though, she living with me, 100% of the time, but still, financially, I'm getting that help, and that's a weight off of my back.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, that makes the most sense, because you had fun bringing them in this world. I wouldn't say you had fun. That's for the female. I'm sure she had no fun doing that. But you had fun conceiving them. So they didn't ask to be here.
Right.
So you put your pride and ego aside and do what's best for that child. And on another note, you just never know the last time that you're going to see that child. And you definitely don't want their experience to be here, be that my mom and dad fight all the time because they don't want to be bothered with me, or make that child feel like you don't want to be bothered, or don't want to take care of them. It's y'all's responsibility.
Right.
It took two to tango then, it take two to tango now. And they're going to be your child for forever.
Right.
So just buckle down and do what you're supposed to do. Now, for those that have the baby mamas that's, like she said, money hungry and always asking, the way you handle that is you go ahead, like she said, buy the supplies and deliver them to the household.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to necessarily give the money, but you keep receipts of what you done.
Right.
And all that, I did this and I did that, like, that's not necessary.
No.
You're doing it for the child, so who's keeping count?
Yeah.
Now, the reason I'm saying to have the receipt, in case you have to, go to court, y'all know what's up, and show evidence that you are participating. But at the end of the day, do it for the child, because they didn't ask to be here. So you got to remember that's what's important. And also, we're just gonna get into some back to school tips.
So, I actually have a couple of back to school activities or drives. It's like a couple of giveaways, and this is just for people that are in our area, which is Greenville, South Carolina. There are a good bit of them, so I'm just gonna go through the list, and I will put all the flyers in the comments, so in case anybody wants to actually attend, you have a way to get the address and the times and all that good stuff. But I am gonna let everybody know what they are. So the first one here is the Social House. This one is on this Saturday at 10 a.m. It doesn't have an ending time on here just yet, but these are just supplies, school supplies for elementary and middle school students only. And this is this Saturday at 10 a.m. and this is at the Social House. There's another one at Nickeltown Missionary Baptist Church. That's a back to school bash, and that's Sunday, this Sunday, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And they are going to have a supply and backpack giveaway. They're going to have food, fun and games, music and entertainment, and also a car wash and fundraiser.
Okay.
And this is
Nice.
for all ages. And that is at, again, Nickeltown Missionary Baptist Church. And again, I'll put the flyers here so you'll have the addresses to each location. St. Paul's UMC. This is their third annual Pack the Backpacks event. And that is this Sunday as well from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. At this event, you'll actually bring the backpack and they'll fill it for you. So
Okay.
the kid must be present. So if you have 5 kids, you have to bring all 5 kids, and they all need book bags. As long as they have backpacks, they'll get the backpacks full of supplies. So that one's again Sunday from 1 to 3 at St. Paul UMC. There's one more at Woodruff Road Christian Church. That's a back to school backpack giveaway and picnic. That is August the 3rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. They'll have supplies, backpacks, and also a picnic as well. We have the Greenville Hair Depot. This was my favorite one. This one is actually Sunday on August the 4th at 8 a.m. I don't have an end time for that one. But they'll have free backpacks and supplies. They'll also be doing free braids, haircuts, and locks. But you must bring the child with clean and blow-dried hair. So you have to wash their hair, blow-dry their hair before you bring them up there. But they'll be doing free braids, cuts, and locks. And that's at Greenville Hair Depot. So I thought that was
Nice.
amazing. So get out there. Again, I'll put all the flyers in the comments so you guys can get the addresses and take them kids out there and get some of those supplies if you need them.
All right.
Looking out, Tina.
Nice list. And if y'all looking for back to school for elementary school as well, Dollar Tree have a lot. Oh, they have like, if you got like the list, certain things on the list that you got to get, they have a lot of that. You probably could get everything you need just about on
for
that.
elementary, yeah.
Yeah. And they easy to please.
And
too.
Walmart too. Walmart actually has really
Yeah.
cheap school supplies.
Yeah.
And it's tax-free weekend, is it not? Isn't it coming up? I believe this upcoming weekend is tax-free weekend here, so take advantage of that.
And if you got to look extra, get some for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it back. I know you got a whole year to go, but
Yeah.
if you catch a sale, go ahead and get an extra pack of paper. Put it up.
Keep it at home, because
Yes.
these schools be taking
Yeah.
every little thing
They will.
and giving it to everybody but your child.
They don't
will.
want that.
I mean, send what they got to have there,
Yeah.
but make sure you keep some
Right,
stuff
keep
at
some
home
stuff
too.
home. I'm like, how ain't gonna let you bring a pencil back home? How you supposed to do your homework?
Right.
All right. Well, y'all got anything else? Oh, safety tips. School bus safety.
I mean,
That's
let
good.
see, for our kids, they get like a tag on their book bag, got their name on it, my phone number, our address. That'd be something good for your child to have. If they can't memorize it just yet, at least let them have some type of little card they can keep on them. If something happens, somebody will know how to identify them and help
Right.
them locate where you are.
Yeah.
In case of emergency, always make sure they know 911.
Right.
I mean,
At bus stops, make sure they have their phones if they have
Yeah.
phones. Make sure they are not standing in the road.
yeah.
The roadways when they see cars coming, make sure they looking both ways.
Right.
If they're crossing the street to get on the bus, Cause some cars will definitely pass that stop sign on the side of their bus, so.
And y'all, make sure you tell your teenagers to pay attention. Get them heads out of that phone and look up
Yes.
so they can see where they going.
Don't have two AirPods in both of your ears. Only
Right.
in one ear so you can hear everything around you.
And also, it'd be a good idea for y'all that got kids with iPhones, make sure you got their location on.
Yes, location.
Because you
location.
never know, the bus might drop them off way across town somewhere.
Mhm.
And if they don't know how to get home,
Right.
what you
And
gonna
can't
do?
call.
They don't care about us. You better be trying to check it out for yourself.
Right.
Take care of
Which
your
they
own.
shouldn't be pulling off without. I didn't even know they could like, well, I guess a certain age. It's a certain age you gotta be.
elementary school.
Adult gotta be there
yeah.
to get you off the bus.
But
Okay.
middle school, high school, they'll just let them off.
Okay.
See, but
But I got my bus driver's phone number. Like I text her, you know,
Yeah.
we got a good rapport.
that's
So
good.
yeah.
And they have the apps now too. So
Yeah,
a lot
they
of the
do,
buses
yeah.
have the apps on them where you can track wherever the bus is
Yeah.
when your kid is on there, and when they're not. Before the bus even get to you, I believe you can see the location. So those are pretty neat, pretty cool tools to have.
And if you can't make it off work in time to go pick up your kids, and they are normally a rider, get somebody you trust to go pick them up.
They be on time.
Yeah, you know, don't just leave them sitting out there making them feel like they abandoned.
Right.
You don't do that because that can be very scary for a kid.
Yeah.
They can, and they will call the law on you.
Yes,
Do
they
it a couple
will.
times.
All right. Well, I guess we better get to the dear gems. Dear Jen, I have 5 kids and 4 baby daddies. Yes, I know it's a lot. They weren't all planned, but they're here now. However, trying to get funds for all four for times such as this is a pain. The twins' father is now married with kids, and he does everything for them. But for my girls, I have to beg. I try my best to take care of everything on my own, but with 3 others, there's only so much I can do. What tips or advice can you offer to get open communication?
I mean, for one, the harsh reality is you just gotta keep doing the best you can, like you've been doing. Because at the end of the day, if nobody else put any money in your hand, they're in your care.
Right.
Yeah, and they still gotta get what they need.
Right.
In the meantime, I mean, just keep trying to reach out and just let him know, like, there is a need at
Right.
my house too. You know, don't throw shade on his new relationship or their
Right.
children. Just ask him, you know, can he make yours a priority as well? And pray about it. You know, hopefully you do believe in God. And prayer
Right.
works, you know.
It
So
does.
pray.
It definitely does.
And if he can't give you everything you ask him for some.
Yeah, something better than
Right.
nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like I said earlier, I mean, if you can't get it from him, you know, reach out. If y'all go to church, reach out to your church family, another family member, a neighbor.
Yeah,
You
somebody will
know,
be able to help.
yeah. Sometimes people go to Facebook. You know, some people say don't put your business out there, but if it's that much of a need, I mean,
Right.
hey, the worst you can get is no. So
It's for the kids.
yeah.
Right.
The next one. Dear Jen, I just recently put my child's father on child support after 10 years of inconsistency. Well, I recently asked him for help with back to school stuff, and he mentioned that's what child support is for. Mind you, it's only $150 a week. Is this fair? I've been doing darn near everything alone for 10 years. So why should he be limited to what he's willing to do? I mean, who can live safely off $150 a week?
150.
Girl, you got it made. I don't know.
Let's say $50.
Oh.
Oh, I thought that was a one. My bad. $50.
I was like, for one
But who
kid?
can make it off of $50? $50?
Yeah.
But a week though, you can.
No, not with
I mean,
inflation the way it is.
I mean,
I can make that work.
That's all right. Yeah, I'll be happy with $50 a week. I ain't gonna lie.
too.
But to say I'm not doing nothing else besides that, then yes, I would have a problem with that. We was just talking about that earlier. That don't mean you ain't gotta do nothing else, because the $50, that's not even enough to eat every day
Yeah.
for 5 days or
But she
7
asking
days.
for help for back to school. What's she gonna do with
Right.
$50? Buy some pencils?
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nothing. Like
Um,
she
I
gotta
guess-
save up the whole freaking a whole half a year just to get back to school if she gonna use the child support for that.
I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what you may or may not feel about child support, you can't make somebody else feel the way you feel about it. So
Mhm.
if you can't get him to put more money in your hand, you're gonna have to go to one of them school drives or whatever
Right, yeah.
and stand in the line like everybody else.
Right.
Or do
Mhm.
overtime at work.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's for the kids, y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
It's for the kids.
You just gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah.
That's hard though.
It
It's
is.
hard, yeah.
It
but
is hard, but
They still need it, so
right.
you gotta get it.
Exactly. That necessity is not gonna go away.
No.
It's gonna keep piling up if you don't take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, wait till he turn 16. You definitely gonna need more than $50. Damn.
For sure.
You need to take him back to cook. Okay. Sorry, girlfriend. That's
Yeah.
all we got on that.
Mm,
That blew my mind.
yeah.
Oh, I'm ready. Sorry. I ain't laughing at your pain, but that's
No,
woo,
absolutely
No.
not.
nowadays. Dear Jim, I'm not with my son's father. Haven't been for years now. My question is, how can we stop fighting and arguing all the time, especially in front of the kids, about who's to blame, who's not doing what? It's exhausting. Yeah. Like the other week, we were back to school shopping and could not agree on anything. What do I do? I want him to be part of his life, but this gets old. I can very well
I
imagine.
mean, are y'all going shopping together? That's
right.
weird.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all can't get along, how about he give you the money, you and your
Mhm.
son go shopping, or he
Yeah.
just get his son and go shopping with his son alone?
Mm-hmm. Or y'all get you get the clothes, let him get
Yeah.
the shoes or something. Y'all don't do that together.
And
Yeah,
then somebody
that's
gotta
gonna
be
be
the
an
bigger
argument.
person.
And y'all do it together.
Somebody gotta be the bigger person at some point. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all should know by now what your trigger points are.
Mhm.
Right.
So, learn to walk away, or learn to
Mhm.
shut up, or something.
I mean, there's certain stuff that y'all probably gonna have to or need to be there together, for. Like, if it's an important doctor's appointment or something like that, and y'all gonna have to be there together. But hopefully y'all adult enough to act civilized, in a public setting like that. So
But she's saying they ain't. If they argue, right?
what she's
Yeah,
saying
she
about
said sometimes
school
it's
supplies
in
and
front of the
stuff, though.
kids.
Oh, well. I
Well-
say just do stuff separately.
Yeah, definitely. Unless you have to, because some stuff
Yeah.
is. I just feel like it's necessary. If they're children, it's kind of necessary.
Sounds like he don't trust you, or you don't trust him. That the reason y'all got to go together. Like they said, if it were me, I go on this day, you go on that day, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like we ain't finna be doing this.
Mm-mm.
Man, makes me glad. Gone, grown and gone. But good luck. That's all I got on that.
Counseling might be a good option, but I don't know if y'all gonna sit in there together.
Yeah, if you can't get along in a grocery store
Right.
or any kind of store, then like But maybe that will work. Maybe y'all can.
Just limit the amount of
Talk it
time
out.
that y'all around each other. Right?
Yeah.
Or just be quiet.
Sounds very toxic.
Unless you got something nice to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talk to the kid.
Right. Just keep it about the kid.
Don't do like we used to do. Go in there and tell your mama such and such,
Right.
such, and then the kid, mom, daddy said such and such. Nah, don't. That's childish. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
'Cause y'all putting that kid in the middle, and
Mm-hmm.
no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Well, thank y'all for joining us
Yes,
for another episode of
absolutely.
Check That Post Podcast. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Check That Post Podcast, and on YouTube at Check That Post Pod. Hit the like and subscribe button so you know every time we upload a new episode. Write a Dear Jen letter to checkthatpostpod@gmail.com or text 866-311-2251.
With yours truly, Jennifer Nelson. Yo, it's a family affair.
Well, that was pretty good, actually. I like the way she came up with those places that you can go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Timmy, then we got to put that in there.
Yeah, that was good.
I can't listen.
And you tell them, right, I can't get along.